Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is September 21st, 2024, and we have an official date for the General Assembly, where Joan Laporta is going to report about the state of the club. Also, Barcelona have finalized the contract renewals of 2 of their players, and finally we now know how much PSV Eindhoven will want for Jerdy Schouten. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure to hit the goal kits, kit bag, or fanatics. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the bet us. All links are down below in the description. Now I begin this video with the news that we now know the official date of the General Assembly. Now the date will be September 26, 2024, so it's the upcoming week where Joan Laporta is gonna have to face off against the club socios or the club members, and where he will explain the state of the club financially. He will present documents to report to the socios on what the current financial state is, how much money the club made, how much money the club spent, what the debt is, the new sponsors, etc., etc. And for the first time in a very long time, this General Assembly will actually be in person, because since COVID, many of these assemblies were being held virtual, but not this time around, as Joan Laporta will have to face a room full of socios who will have plenty of questions for the Barcelona president. And I have to say, I'm really looking forward to this, because as one thing I've been complaining about in the past, that whenever Laporta or Deco or anyone else from the club has given press conferences, they're always given these softball questions, and then when they give their answer, no reporters tries to press them on the answer or tries to get more details. It's kind of like, here's an easy question, whatever you give me an answer, I'm just gonna take your word for it. But that's not gonna be the case in this General Assembly. These socios, who are the owners of the club, they're gonna want real answers. They're gonna press Laporta, they're gonna demand documentation and evidence. So I'm really looking forward to this, because I think we'll have a better picture of what the true state of the club is on September 26th, and of course I will be here to cover it, so stay tuned to the channel. Now more news, because Barcelona have completed the contract renewal of Fermín López. Now Fermín López recently extended his contract until 2027, where he was offered a first team contract plus a first team player's salary. However, given the rise of Fermín López, where he won the Euros with Spain over the summer, he also won Olympic gold with Spain over the summer. He also had a great second half of last season. Barcelona wanted to reward the player's rise, or the player's improved performance, and they decided that they wanted to extend his contract even more, increase his salary, and also increase his clause. And after negotiations and back and forth with Fermín López's agent, who always made it clear that Fermín wants to stay in Barcelona, the two parties have reached an agreement where Fermín López will sign a longer contract with a higher salary, a higher release clause. We don't have the exact numbers yet, but the contract has been agreed to, and it will be officially announced once Barcelona reaches the 1-1 rule. Now, as I commented before, Barcelona are expecting to finalize the Nike negotiations in approximately 13 days, because this news came out 2 days ago and it was 15 days at the time. So I guess 13 days. This upcoming week, Barcelona's attorneys and Nike's attorneys are going to review the clauses in the contract, and it's estimated that the signature will happen in approximately 2 weeks. And once that happens, Barcelona will reach the 1-1, and that's when Barcelona will officially announce the contract renewal of Fermín López, which again has been achieved between both parties. And speaking of contract renewals, Barcelona have also extended the contract of yet another player, and this player is Gerard Martin, the 22-year-old left back who has officially become Alejandro Valdez's substitute, beating out Alex Valle, who Barcelona had to send out on loan. And well, Gerard Martin's contract was set to expire summer of 2025, which means he was currently in his last year of his contract. And given that Flick has decided that Gerard Martin is the natural substitute of Alejandro Balde, of course, Barcelona went into work to make sure that Balde's substitute can stay at the club beyond its contract expiration, and it's now reported that both parties have reached an agreement where Gerard Martin will stay past summer of 2025. Just like Fermin Lopez, we don't have the exact numbers, and just like Fermin Lopez, Barcelona will officially announce this contract renewal once they reach the 1-1 rule, but just know that both parties have agreed already. Same with Fermin. Everything's negotiated, everything's done, signed, everything. The only thing that comes later is the official announcement. So good news on both fronts is Barcelona will retain both Fermin and Gerard Martin past their current expiration or contract expiration dates. Now, the last bit of news is regarding Jerdy Schouten, because we now know how much PSV Eindhoven will want for him. Now, as you might recall from a previous video, we talked about Jerdy Schouten when Marc Bernal got injured, because when Bernal suffered that ACL tear, Barcelona started looking in the market to see if they can find a low-cost replacement for Bernal. And one of the players they had considered is Jerdy Schouten, the 27-year-old defensive midfielder from PSV Eindhoven, someone who had a pretty good season last season and has also had a good start to this season, where he's had so far 4 appearances in the first division of the Dutch league, having scored 1 goal, and he's currently averaging 2 key passes and 5 defensive actions per match. And well, now we know how much Barcelona would have to pay for Jerdy in case they decide to sign him, and it's reported that it's gonna be between 30 to 35 million euros, since he does have a contract until 2028 with PSV Eindhoven. Now, I don't think Barcelona, this is a signing that Barcelona are gonna make. After all, this is something that they consider when Marc Bernal first got injured, but now that we're seeing how well Marc Casado is covering for Marc Bernal, I don't really see Barcelona going for this, and also I don't think they should. 30 to 35 million euros for some random defensive midfielder. I don't know if that's really the right decision to make, especially given the club's financial situation. You know, if we're gonna make a signing, it has to be a world-class signing. Otherwise, let's just depend on players in the academy. After all, we have plenty of midfielders in the academy that we could use. But that's just my opinion. I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you think about Jerdy Schouten being an option for Barcelona? Let me know down below. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did upload another video a few moments ago, so make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. And as always, peace, Barça.